The other day I had a very non-typical, non-cycling day, so I thought I'd vlog it. I started with breakfast and then packed my bag, ready to go on site. So I had my boots, my high-vis and then some drawings. Then my brother very kindly gave me a lift to the station. Although the traffic was so bad that we decided to go on a cross-country route and I just made it in time to get my train. The train ride was about half an hour and then I met my colleague at the train station as he'd driven over and was taking us to site. We met with someone from the local council to discuss options for our design and then went for a wander of the local area. By this point it was almost lunchtime, so we drove to the local garden centre where we saw all of the Christmas decorations, whilst we walked through to get to the cafe to have some lunch. I had ham and chips for lunch, and then in the afternoon we went to a couple of examples of similar situations to what we were trying to do that were in the local area to our site, but I didn't think anybody would be interested in seeing my photos of curbs. I was really lucky that my colleague dropped me off at the train station just before the train had arrived because it was a bit delayed. Otherwise I would have been waiting an hour for the next train. On the way back I answered a couple of queries on Teams and then I managed to get back early enough to do an hour and a half of work before I had tea. We saw some fireworks on the way to our tennis session, which was a cardio tennis session with the ball machine. Obviously this bit wasn't filmed on that evening, but I thought I'd show you what it was like. It is controlled from the coach's phone and he can decide exactly where he wants the balls to land, and set drills so that we're running side to side and forward and back a lot. I wasn't expecting to be able to go to this session today because I was meant to have a cyclocross league committee meeting, but that got cancelled. I tend to do 1 or 2 tennis sessions a month because I alternate it with other activities that clash. So this is what the session looked like, running around, hitting the different balls. And then my favourite part was the bit without the ball machine playing around the world at the end. And as always, it was a very good session. I had a parcel to drop off in the lockers on the way home, and it was my brother's birthday in a few days after this, and he had requested a lemon drizzle cake to take to work the next day, so I made that. Whilst that was in the oven, I had a croissant with melted chocolate for supper. I made the drizzle of the cake just before the cake came out of the oven. And then I pricked the cake locks to get all the juice into the cake. And that was the end of my day. Thanks for watching, bye!